Hey guys, good morning. It's 31st August and we got 1800 subscribers and thank you very much. I hope nobody unsubscribes, That would be really bad. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about the new weapons. Not the new weapons. The Battle Pass weapon, because I think it's a very important topic. All of us who have been playing Genshin Impact, we all have these. Okay, some of them have a couple of refinements, like I got R3 Solar Pearl. Now, it's a fantastic weapon. Now, for those who are new, you may be confused about what you want to get. Old versus new, old versus new. Okay, wait. This is the older one, this is the new one, this is the old one, this is the new one. So, what should you get as the first one? I will say, if I have to rank all of these weapons, like, first of all, you need to know what the heck do they go and do. Do you want to know that? If you just want to know which is the best one, this is good for main DPS, this is good for support, this is good for this. Now, there's so many things to talk about when it really comes down to all these weapons, but it all comes down to the need of you. Like, who do you want to use it for? Let's say if I needed a good polearm for my Hu Tao, definitely go and look for this one, because again, it's giving me good base attack. It has crit rate. What is so special about the Battle Pass weapons? Okay, every single one of them has crit rate. What does crit rate do for you, huh? That's a good freaking question. It's really rare. Like, you can get crit damage weapon from the wishes. They got crit damage. Can you see that? They got crit damage, like absolutely ridiculous amount of crit damage. If you compare them from the usual weapon that we have in the game, let's say for example we take swords. This is Battle Pass weapon. This is the craftable. It has attack. This is the one that we get from the wishes. It has energy recharge. Again, sacrificial also has energy recharge. This is craftable, have elemental mastery, have attack percentage. Same is with the bows from wishes, have attack percentage. Some have elemental masteries, most have energy recharge. Now, the Black Cliff series that we have in the game that you buy, they have crit damage and they have attack. So most of the characters in the game does not need attack percentage that you get, and they don't give you instant attack boost. You have to kill 3 enemies and then you get the attack bonus. Either if that's the Claymore, Black Cliff Claymore, that one also has the same. You get base attack, you get crit damage, and you have attack. Eventually what happens is that once you start getting weapons from wishes and bunch of other places, the crit damage stats that these weapons go and provide, it's not that important. Like, you eventually lose in damage than gaining in damage, but they're not bad, but eventually you don't have much of a thing called reason to go and use them, because the other ones can perform just slightly better than them, because it's really hard to R5 these weapons, that I can assure you. But the weapon that you get from wishes, the craftable weapons, you can instantly R5 them, R4 them, and you can have a lot of fun. It does take time, but sometimes you get double or triples back to back, and you just have an R5 weapon that changes everything. That does brings us back to why Battle Pass weapons are pretty good. So normally when we go and build characters, now starting with the stats of the character, they either have crit rate, crit damage, most of them have like some different type of substats. Okay, so you got a character, you want to build a character. If you don't have crit based weapon, mostly what you go and do is like you put an attack based weapon. Okay, and then your stats look something like this. Now normally when you go and build a character, you want to make sure that they have a lot of crit rate. Like character like Eula, she needs at least 70% crit rate to even go and function. You go and put something like crit rate on this character and do your best to have somewhere close to 70% crit rate. If your character doesn't crit, it's not going to do any damage. So you do your best. You go and farm artifacts day in and day out. You do your best. You get bunch of good and bunch of bad artifacts. This one is really bad. Like I don't want to use this. You do your best to have as much, because like you need 4-piece artifact set, man. That's the first thing that you have to go and finish. If you cannot finish 4-piece set for most of the characters, they don't do damage. And yeah, I almost forgot to tell you, all of these Battle Pass weapons, the new ones, most of them are for support characters, and the old ones, they are all for main DPS. Like, you want to keep your character on the field to get the most buff out of them. Now, what does that go and do? Eula is a main DPS character, and she needs to finish her 4-piece set, and then she can go and worry about having stats. So as you can see, no matter what I did with the artifacts that I have, okay, because I literally didn't got any other artifacts that was better than this or that was worse than this. And you cannot have very insane stats on the, no matter what I do, I'm not gonna get 20% crit rate on a feather, no matter what I do. So all I can do is just equip whichever one is the best for me. Like, let's say for example, I equip this one. Then I have a stats that looks like this. Now, I don't think that I can go and destroy any enemies anywhere with 50% crit rate. That's never gonna go and happen. So I am forced to have a weapon that looks like this. Has 27% crit rate. That made my stats look really nice. 80% crit rate, 187.9 crit damage. So my Eula is finished. Now I can go and have fun with her. If I didn't had this weapon, then imagine like how long I would be farming. Like it would have been a freaking nightmare getting the extra 30% crit rate. That being said, that's not all. When you go and farm artifacts inside a domain, let's say for example, I can give you the best example with my Riot and Shogun's domain. From a domain, at most you're gonna get 1 or maybe 2 good crit headpiece. What do I mean by that? This is crit rate. As you can see, it's really bad. Okay, it doesn't have a lot of crit damage, but it has an injury charge. I can use it on characters. This is another one. No crit damage. So the amount of crit rate, crit damage headpiece you get is very limited. You only have 1 good crit damage and you only have 1 good crit rate. Now the thing about that is like you don't get a lot of those. Like no matter what you do, like you can go and farm forever. You're not gonna have very insane stats. I'm just keeping it like that. I don't really know what to do. And chances of this going on crit damage, like do you really think there is any chance? Like if it goes into defense or HP, it's absolutely garbage. You see, it got into crit damage. So there's hope for this artifact that it can be used on bunch of. So because we have so many limited crit damage headpiece, I mean crit rate headpiece, because we don't get a lot of crit rate headpiece, bro. We don't get a lot of crit rate headpiece. So if you go and build the majority of the characters like I go and build, you will eventually run out of good crit rate headpiece. And the only way to counter that is like you have crit damage headpiece on a character and you end up getting a weapon that is from the battle pass that gives you crit rate, and then everything else. We're gonna talk about Silicial and Hillichal. Right now we're making videos with Cow. Do not disturb me again, okay? Once you have crit rate sorted out and crit damage sorted out, then you can focus on increasing the attack or HP or elemental mastery, whatever the heck it is that you want to go and do. And that's why battle pass weapons are kind of worth it in my opinion, but I would not recommend you to, go and do that. At most, Vulcan Moon is enough. I make YouTube videos. I need lots of materials to level up my characters, because if I want to talk about a character, I have to max them out and only then I talk about them. Yeah, these materials are fucking life-saving. Like these are my lifelines. If I don't have these materials, I'm not making videos. I need these. Also the Mora. These things save me so much resin. So that's why Battle Pass is very important for me. For most of the people, no, it's not. Now about the weapons. As I said, normal and charge attack means this is for the main DPS. Ayaru, again, if you're doing normal charge attacks, a 20% damage increase is a lot. Like you don't get it, like it's a lot of damage increase just like that. This is gonna be really good on Kaya. I have not leveled up this guy, okay? Like he's still level 50 out of 60. So if I can buy his C2, if there's Kaya on this, I will go and buy him. And then the next weapon that I'll get from the battle pass is gonna be this one. All right, because again, it's the best for Kaya, man. I would like to play with him. This is mostly gonna be for normal attacking, on-field, off-field, mostly on on-field character. If you're playing with Yaimiko, definitely I'll say you should get yourself Solar Pearl. It's amazing. This weapon, again, I have never seen a character who will use this weapon. Not a single Catalyst one, because max HP increase 32. I don't know who will use this. No idea. Claymore, if I wouldn't have bought this polearm, then Claymore was my next stop. Like, Claymore I would have just bought this Claymore and built my D-Luke and would have had fun. But again, I already had this one. So this one is also really good on D-Luke as long as you know what you're doing. You basically do 30% more damage as long as your character is on the field. The crit rate is really good, but this bow is slightly better than this one. The passive of this weapon has nothing much going on for it. So eventually, even if this passive is not used by everybody, but when you go and use this passive, it does a lot of damage, okay? It can be good weapon for Inari. It can be good weapon for Eula. No. Ganyu, gonna be good one. Not the best, but it's gonna be better than most of them. This is good for main DPS. This is really awesome for main DPS. This is really amazing for main DPS. This is another weapon that is amazing for main DPS. Now the polearm can be different. This does, like, you want to have 3 different type of elements to get the elemental mastery bonus. Now this is very good for Hu Tao and Sino. As you can see, I got Hu Tao as Pyro, I got Xingqiu and Yelan as Hydro character, and Diona as the 4th element. Soon I'm gonna go and grab myself Zhongli because I have enough Vicious to go and get him. Exactly. I mean, I have the exact amount to guarantee him. Okay, I'm really excited to get him now. Is deathmatch bad? No, but if you don't have 3 different elements in your team, then this weapon is not as. Then deathmatch becomes a better one because it has the highest crit rate. I think that covers up all the weapons. I almost forgot to mention one more thing. Oh my god, this was the most important thing. How the fuck did I forgot that? Okay, here's the thing. Wait. Here's the thing. All these weapons, they can work on every single character in the game. What do I mean by that? Except for this one. Okay, this sucks. On all the characters in the game, what do I mean? Let's say your Artaki Ito is defense skilled character. Okay, he's defense skilled character and he's gonna be using defense weapon. But you can also have Serpent Spine on him. Right, because even if he's defense skilled, if you go and get the weapons from, let's say, the banner, they have attack. Artaki Ito does not need attack. Okay, he need crit rate, crit damage, or defense percentage. This I'll say like Vitsit is like one of the most insane freaking weapon. It has crit damage again. Awesome. But Nahida works with Elemental Mastery, Nahida works with crit rate, Nahida works with crit damage. Okay, so you're not limited when you have a weapon like this, okay? Even if Nahida was only Elemental Mastery scaling character, this crit rate still benefits her. Attack may not go and benefit her. Same is with her, but I think like attack, this weapon has 80% normal attack damage increase, so basically nothing comes close to it. So normally all of these all of these weapons are universally good. Even if your character is defense skilled, it doesn't matter. Even if your character is EM skilled, it doesn't matter, because as long as they need crit rate, these weapons are going to provide them with the most damage. I forgot to drink my coffee. I was just so excited about these videos. So everything out of the way, I think I discussed all the important points. Again, these weapons also give you one more opportunity. We all go and wish on weapons banner only for the main DPS character that we go and like, don't we? That's the only reason we go and wish on weapons banner, because we needed a good weapon for our favorite main DPS. And these weapons, they just save you a ton of Primojems or Intertwined Fate from your weapons banner, so that you can go and enjoy with the character that you want to play with without absolutely losing 50-50 twice for your favorite weapon. Alright, so that was all for the video. Next up I want to talk about, maybe I just want to put this in your attention so you can look forward to it. We have Kokomi, we got Yelan, and next banner we're gonna have Child. Now all these 3 are Hydra characters, they're all really good, but who should you go and get? So maybe, from whatever limited knowledge that I have, I want to give you my conclusion of what you can go and look forward to. We did had Kokomi's banner before Yelan's banner, and after Yelan's banner, we're getting Child, and after him, we're getting Hydro Archon soon in 4.2, because that's normally when those things goes and happen. Take care. Thank you so much for 1,800 subscribers. I hope nobody unsubscribed. Oh, I got 2 more subscribers when I was making this video. Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Now someone can go and unsubscribe. I won't have less than 1,800.